Hello, my fantasy friends. I'm the Raging Redhead Cam Stewart from HotRoster today, here with your fantasy golf preview. This week, in the spirit of March Madness, the PGA Tour unveils its own bracket-busting event called the WGC Dell Match Play. This tournament features 64 of the top 70 players in the world, with each golfer guaranteed to play at least 3 matches. There are 16 groups of 4 players competing in pool play Wednesday through Friday, with the winner of each group advancing to the single elimination knockout stage over the weekend. And to give you an idea of who might be there on Saturday and Sunday, I'm here to give you 3 guys you should be keeping your eyes on. Let's dig in. Okay, so 2017 hasn't been the most forgiving for one of the best golfers in the world, Jason Day. And yes, in his match play pool, one of the best players he has been grouped with is Mark Leishman, last week's winner of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. That has made Leishman a popular pick to win this group amongst the pundits and golf experts. But I think people are forgetting just how good Jason Day is at this event. He's a 2-time champion at the WGC Match Play. He also holds a 22-8 match play record over his entire pro career. And last year he went the distance, going a perfect 7-0, including a 5-4 rout of a very good golfer in Louis Oosthuizen in the final. That tournament took place at Austin Country Club, which also happens to be the site of this year's event. So if there is ever a time that we shouldn't doubt Day, it'd be this one. If he gets it going against Pat Perez in his first matchup, watch out, because it might be a long week for the rest of the tour. Another player you should keep your eyes on is a guy who, despite lacking big name appeal, has consistently performed in 2017. Ty Hatton has gotten off to a blazing hot start, and every time you think, hey, he's going to regress or cool off, this guy doesn't. Over the last 6 starts, Hatton has finished T13 or better. That included last week's Arnold Palmer Invitational. Hatton nearly pieced it all together, finishing 9 under, which placed him at T4 in a tie with Rory McIlroy. Needless to say, that isn't too bad for a 25-year-old kid from the UK, and at 28-1, his odds of winning might seem like a stretch, but given his performance in 2017 and in recent weeks, don't count this kid out. Hatton is a definite sleeper. Watch out for this guy. Finally, last but not least, make sure you don't sleep on another up-and-comer, Jon Rahm from Spain. Yes, similar to Hatton, his odds of winning aren't the best at 25-1, but to illustrate just how far this kid has come in 2017, those odds at 25-1 are actually better than his countryman, Sergio Garcia. Currently ranked 7th in the FedEx Cup standings, Rahm has already managed to collect 3 top 5 finishes on tour, all of which have occurred over his last 4 starts. Rahm, yeah, he might be lacking in match play experience, but I wouldn't expect him to be intimidated by that. The 22-year-old from Arizona State has already netted his first career PGA Tour victory just a couple months ago at Torrey Pines, where he won the Farmers Insurance Open. And don't be surprised if this guy does it again. I know Garcia, along with Kevin Chappell and Shane Lowry, is a tough group, and it might give Rahm some trouble, but hey, if he does, watch out. There's no doubt that he could be a champion come Sunday. Well, that's it for today, my fantasy golf friends. Make sure you tune in tomorrow when we take a look at the matchups available on HotRoster for a busy slate of NHL games. And for those of you who don't know what HotRoster is, you got to check it out. Go to HotRoster.com, download the app, give it a try. It's like no other fantasy game you've played. And then for help winning the game, check out HotRoster today with me and my buddy Gary and Thorne every weekday at 4:30 Eastern on the Fantasy Sports Network and at 6:30 Eastern on Game TV. For HotRoster now, I'm Cam Stewart, and I'll see you later on.